Stitches, how's it going, man? I saw you were here. All right, we should be good now. Sure. Oh, it's the end user license agreement. Scroll to the bottom to accept. Sure, you can have my firstborn. You can have Carl. You can't have Carl. Standard and high def. Continue. Subtitles. Let's see. Let's push. Let's make this kitten purr. You know, let's see what happens. It's time to melt the computer. Cosmetics. Okay. So to summarize Alan Wake 1, Alan wrote the manuscript that can change reality because an evil lake entity made it so. Yes. Okay. Story, normal. I feel like I should do normal. Just because we zoomed through the other two as like a recap on easy. When overwhelmed by the enemy, look for safe haven. The Johnny Depp movie? Secret Window? Oh yeah, it's been a long time.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
I've got my
this is not the story
TikTok censor button ready.
This is not the ending I wanted.
Hey, Rain Dog.
This story will eat us alive.
Thanks for the raid.
This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
That's a butt. Is there an impending wiener? I'm hitting the censor button. No, we're good. We're good. You're gonna drag Dan like that? Damn, Gumbo. Well, TikTok, if we get the chuff for these cheeks, just know that we're live to other places and go to one of those. You know what we could do? Just for TikTok? Hang on. I'm gonna make this. I promise this will be worth it. I'm gonna take, I'm gonna take this, I know we're just focusing on the butt at this point. Don't worry about it. Trooper Barry, thanks for gifting a sub to the Rain Dog. Rain Dog,
like it.
thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it. Let's take this picture, speaking of Carl, just so you guys can see this picture, and I'm just gonna cover up the butt part for a sec. And just put it right over the cheeks. I'm gonna try my best. Just right there. Okay.
Where'd he gone?
I'm hearing voices everywhere, man. What am I supposed to do? Just gonna lumber through here like I'm going to the fridge. Naked. Which is normal for a Tuesday. This doesn't seem right. I don't think this is where the fridge is. Ah! I think this is where the fridge is. Okay. Yeah, the mystical trek to the shredded cheese that I'm just gonna eat by the fistful. You can sprint by toggling. I'm just getting sweatier and I'm glistening now. I'm kind of hairy. Okay. Ah! Dark Alan. I just hope we get to see this guy's ass the whole game. What's up, Sean? Hello? It just looks like a bunch of fucking melted candles, you know? Oh, no, no, no! Holy shit! Whoa, dude. Holy shit!
Where's the rest of the stuff? I need to finish this. I'm coming. What the fuck?
definitely a penis. I wonder if I censored it soon enough.
Cool.
That was an intense opening, man. Whoa. That wasn't the button I wanted to push.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
What is the name of this
my
game?
God,
I don't
Mom,
know.
It's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
You mean Pappy from the L Word? Fuck yeah.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Pappy from the L Word is in this.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Nice. Nice.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's
The
leaving us a
Max
message.
Payne.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Yeah, it has, Sean.
Nothing that
What's
would
up, Trey Jet?
cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear?
Maybe.
I'll check out that map.
God, this looks great. I love the style of it. Get to the crime scene, find the deputies.
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
The map displays key locations. I like that every time I get an achievement on Epic, it has this little jaunty tune it plays for me. Makes me feel special.
Okay, here's someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Hey, over here.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey there.
What'd you find?
Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
I'm in charge here.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, that,
Now that's epic.
Medical agent's right here.
It's a good one, puppy.
My partner Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean?
Is he looking kind of dumb right now?
They didn't hear me, did they?
You know, the finger in it. It does sound like the Vampire Survivors level up. Are there any... Actually, give me the briefing.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell him about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know.
Inside?
Inside.
Yeah. And you're a cop? Really technical. Good work. Any witnesses to the crime?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, cried Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Draker took them back to town a while ago.
Well, let's go take a look at the body, shall we?
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence,
When you-
down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it.
Yeah, when you lied on the resume,
Everything's
but you
been
still get the
closed
job.
Since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Thank you. Yeah, give me that true crime investigation.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time
You know me and my informative murder porn.
to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
You can place, or you can access the case board inside the Mind Place. Because we couldn't use Mind Palace because it's already been taken by a different game, is it? Okay. The Mind Place.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique.
There we go.
To sift through clues and work the case.
Okay.
Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my
A little
head.
bit of Sherlock. That's good.
The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
The case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. Good. Oh my god. I've been like, I got this really small form factor keyboard and I've been quietly waiting for a game that requires me to use the arrow keys. It's got function for arrow keys. I just don't want to have to use it. Like, okay, you can use this to zoom. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. You are now free to navigate the case board or leave by pressing escape. I'm going to navigate the shit out of this thing. What are you talking about? All victims were reported missing in 2010. Ted Lane, the dentist, stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrists. Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large chest wound. I didn't know that it was a whole ass technique, man. You need this when you DoorDash. You need this when your technique for when I don't. Are you okay, Adrian? Did you? Somebody do a wellness check on Adrian.
What?
For a second there, he was just like, ooh. I'm back. All right. Wendy Davis, teacher, found in Cauldron Lake 2018. Some organs missing. Predation. State of body does not match 8 years spent in a lake. Percy Wolf, store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos. Found 2 weeks ago. Chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on the body is illegible. Percy. Murder method. Slight difference in murders. Bloating, only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death. Just chest trauma. Exposure to water post-mortem. Well, clearly. Exposure to water. All found at Cauldron Lake. We got him, boys. Killer profile. Post-mortem tattooing of the body. The murders have no discernible common traits. Chest trauma resembles animal butchery.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Man, it's pretty here.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
I was saying,
Hey, Casey.
Sherlock.
You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am.
Oh,
You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
yeah, Hannibal was definitely before Sherlock Holmes.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
I'm being facetious, Gumbo. I know what you're saying. I know that. Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. I kind of want to, I feel like I'm going to go down a rabbit hole on the Mind Palace technique. Like, I legit just thought it was like a Sherlock Holmes thing. I didn't know it predated that. I would think cleaning up a Mind Palace would get messy. Ow. Man. Oh. Do we just assume this is like Washington State or something? Or like Oregon? Do we know for sure? I'm just thinking about like, for some reason now it's again that trip to Chico that I went on with my mom to see her friend. And we drove up the coast of Northern California and there was just, it was just like winding roads and redwoods. But in the middle of the night with the fog and the trees, it was like the coolest visual. It's in Washington, okay. It's kind of like this.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
You gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Ugh.
Can I make it, Mulligan?
Well, and I fit within the recommended thing. I'm running a 3070. I built this computer right before Cyberpunk came out. It seems to be running just fine. My computer does sound like it's definitely running, though.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
I am curious. Options. Quality. I don't know that I want to fuck with it because it looks good, you know? We could see just for the hell of it. I tend to turn some of this stuff down anyways. I don't like ray tracing. It tends to look like stupid anyways. Oh, I see a little... That was definitely a performance tick. Let's go back.
FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Now it's just acting... Now it's just acting a fool.
Let's just see this body.
We could change a couple things. Also, why is it borderless? Okay.
Shall we?
Sorry. Motion blur is the last thing I want off. And maybe the film grain. I'm not crazy about the film grain in some games. That's probably true. It's probably recaching.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table.
Uh-oh.
And we didn't touch nothing.
I'm gonna have to stand in front of the penis.
Stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
What's up, Angel? How
Step
you doing?
1, examine the corpse.
Uh-oh. Okay, TikTok. Give me a second here. Well,
Start by inspecting the body, Anderson.
you want to be less of a smartass, man?
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
You've unlocked your first key image. You can place it on the case board inside the Mind Palace.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Placing a key image on the case board begins a new line of investigation. Another body's been found in the woods near Bright Falls. Perfect timing. Need to see if this is linked to the killings that we're here to investigate. It will prompt a new question consistent with previous murders. Well, it's in the woods. It's a bloated body. It's got extensive trauma to the chest. So yes, it is. Objectives are viewable at the case board in your goals. Control for goals. You're now free to examine or... All right.
Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
I need to go back to Shadows of Doubt. I think about that game so much. It came out at such a bad time for me because it was like right around the Nathan thing, and I wanted so badly to just like dive into it, but I couldn't get there mentally. I think I'm there now, so I don't know, maybe this winter.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. killer left the heart right next to the body.
You need more time in the oven. Heart was removed, but then left on the table. Was this murder interrupted? There we go. Can you move that stuff? This is consistent.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
The clues have resolved the open question and unlocked a deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. You can check the goals by pressing control. So learn more about the victim and the... Well, sure. You're now free to examine the case board or leave.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Oh yeah, I see the footsteps, the footprints.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
What is that, a trap? The tripod.
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Yeah, was it a camera or a light? For later. Multiple sets of footprints. Lots of activity. It's unlikely our killer was working alone.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers.
Multiple
Quite the
assailants
party.
present. Messy scene. Crime of passion. Premeditated. Well, yeah, I love that too, especially coming off of Alan Wake American Nightmare, which felt like a different game within itself too. Like, and yet they all just kind of fit within the
I'm gonna go
mythos.
check something out.
So it's cool.
Be right back.
Am I going to go check something out? Hang on. Let's go back. Talk to Officer Chuckles here.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI.
Wait.
He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since.
Really? Oh my
Until
god.
now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh,
The
yes.
douchebag.
You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
No, he was awful. Clues can be discovered by speaking to people as well as examining your surroundings. I do not feel as bad for this corpse now. Yeah, that guy sucked. Victim is Robert Nightingale. No one's heard from this guy in 13 years. Why surface now? Where's he been? Good question. There's a house over here.
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside.
Confused,
I
follow
should take a
these
look around for
steps.
a way to open this thing.
Wash your hands, take the chicken out of the fridge, take a nap. Okay, all right. There's got to be a key around here somewhere.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Or just, you know, use the hatchet. Screw it. I can use what now? E.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Have a good one. Showtime, Tyler. I'm gonna be playing this all weekend. Or at least until it's finished. I don't know how long it is. I don't really want to know. I'm all in. What is with the triangles? What is this? Let this be a warning to you, fellow trespassers. They say the lake is a caldera, something formed by an erupting volcano, or the sinkholes it leaves in its wake. But what if that's not true? What if something else, something less natural and much more man-made? What if it's something much more man-made? Intentional. I say the lake's not formed, it's designed, and it has a purpose. The lake is a hiding place. Beneath the calm surface lies a secret machinery ready to be activated at the press of a button. And the people with the button, they're in that big house by the lake, preparing. I know it. First drawing, waterline. Real caldera is made from a volcano. Lava! Second drawing, waterline. Engineered structures. Strange machines. This is like off that Reddit where people just show like dude apartments. And it's like a fucking 8K TV sitting like propped up between two plastic bins. And then like a yoga mat to sleep on. No bed sheets.
Hey, Casey. What's the far's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hold up. I didn't really pay too much attention to like what was in the house. I just wanted to see what the options were. So I got the two downwards.
Anderson.
What?
Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
I'm on to something. The up down. And the... Okay. I mean, there's a lot of different shapes around here. But it might be that it's only when they're overlapping. I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna brute force this one. What is over there? Wait a minute. Oh, that's the tree. Oh, the note on the box. Yeah, it said... You're right. Wash hands. Take chicken out of fridge. Take a nap. Okay, wash hands. That is the key.
I'm getting flashbacks. Remember Ohio?
Sure. The north side
Up,
slasher.
down.
But that case was completely
Touchies.
different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the
And
forest.
not touchies. Now hang on. Wash your hands. I didn't see the symbol here. I didn't see that symbol. You bet if we took that cooler's checked luggage on Spirit, we could get it open. Probably. Uppies is in here. The up down. Take the chicken out of the fridge is that one. I keep forgetting. You're gonna watch this for a while. This is the slow degradation of an old person's brain. Okay, the up down. Why does this one
Did
keep
you know this entire area is inside a caldera?
area?
This whole
Oh my God,
mountain
are
used to be
you-
an active volcano.
Are you a different
Imagine the force it took
nationality?
to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it.
There it is.
I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
Carl isn't asleep in the litter box, actually. Do you want to know where Carl is? He's guarding the door. I'll probably need to go take a break soon. I put Gabby in the bedroom, and I think she was expecting crunchies, but she didn't get no crunchies. I just put her in the bedroom. Don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees. And what is this? A hard drive? An MRE. It's something. You put your hand right in the center of that tum. He would just roll over, man. This is worthwhile content. Hang on.
Hey, Logan's birthday is coming up. I need toy ideas.
Toys. She's 14, Casey.
Okay, so what do I get her?
Get her a book. Something weird and dark. Maybe that'll get her back into reading.
Damn, Carl. Why are you such a Carl, man? Why are you such a Carl? It's like the perfect name for him. We gotta get back to this game, brother. But he's like, no, we're fine watching Carl. He's just, well, he's there. Lily's up here. I don't know where Maggie is. I think Maggie might be in the bedroom, too. I think she somehow got locked in that bedroom. With Trav. And they're all just sleeping. Doesn't really matter. Oh, yeah, thanks. You know, there's I gotta get the vinyl player. Ace was about to drag me for this. But with the cats, I don't have the record player out yet because they just walk all over. But I got a whole bunch of that's just the video game stuff. That Witcher vinyl? Oh my god. So
maybe I should call David. See how Logan's doing.
Fine, Anderson.
It used to be on ThinkGeek, and I was like, I didn't have a record player yet, so I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. And then ThinkGeek evaporated, and I couldn't find it or the Dark Souls soundtracks.
So bad being gone so long. I've never taken a case this
You assume I have like only the one vinyl player.
far from them.
They can manage without you for a few days.
Don't look at the penis. Hang on. Can we go to the Mind Palace again? Do we have new stuff? No. I have two, but there's one downstairs where I listen to stuff. It's just not in a place where they climb.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
What is this? Wait a minute. Oh. I thought it was a creepy haunted door. So wait, you knew Nightingale?
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Line, thanks so much for the 30 months. Alan got thick. Icons on the bottom indicate critical content is available. What happened after he got fired?
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
So he's been missing since 2010.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
I think that's everything.
I was gonna say DashCon. that wasn't then. Okay. Nightingale went off the deep end. The FBI fired him. And wait, so he wasn't employed when he was chasing after Alan, which kind of makes sense as to why he was such a maniac about it.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Mental state questionable at time of disappearance. Oh, premeditated or spontaneous. This would indicate premeditation maybe because they brought cameras or a light. Cooler and beers doesn't necessarily mean premeditation.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here?
I can't remember
Why
if
now?
he had cops with him. I just know that he had this hell-bent vendetta.
Profiling.
I think he did have cops
Get
with
into
him.
the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my
Hallelujah,
intuition to a
holy shit!
revelation. Piece it together.
He had a helicopter, didn't he? You can use profiling inside Saga's mind place to get inside the heads of suspects and victims. Using her intuition, Saga can discover new clues by profiling people of interest. Missing person.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Yeah, I don't know if the
Robert
cops were
Nightingale came
like
from the lake
his
before
people.
his murder.
I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Well, we gotta go back to the Mind Palace, or the case board. I can feel Nightingale came from the lake, but why now after 13 years? Where's he been?
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Hey, Frankie, it's alive. Welcome in. Frankie
This
over
one
on
of your
TikTok.
hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me.
Wow, these
What
trees.
was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
I need
You need to get
calculus
out more.
tutors.
It
Yeah, I
is
don't know
kinda
anything about
creepy, though.
calculus. Is anybody a calculus whiz for Yeti Champ? This fucking tree, dude.
There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales?
Yeah, but what's the paper?
They come out from under the boulder.
Clearly it's a
Makes no
manuscript. Take the paper. Can I read it? The victim was one of their own, Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. He had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And there was the page, this page. The first page they had found. Holy shit. It's out. I know. I pre-ordered it and I was finishing up a American Nightmare and it was like ready to load. And then I checked and a couple other people were streaming it, so I was like, oh shit. The first step down into terrifying depths. Reading the words, these words, some knew they were here. Or they were doing someone playing a game with them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Leading them down. I don't know why I can't pick up the page. Doesn't matter. Oh, she picked up the page.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school.
You want to
Lines
smoke
scratched
the
out and
shit that
edits
made
added with a
Alan
pen.
Wake?
Like a manuscript. Page of a story.
And your name
Killer
is
legend
Kamikaze
message.
Carl?
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
Reading
the words.
These
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone
She-
playing
yeah.
a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, game.
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Well, we better fucking
I
figure
should
it
profile
out.
Nightingale about this page. This mug always cheers me up.
Okay.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. must dig it out.
Something
I
was
need
put
that
inside
mug.
him, in his chest. I must find out what.
Okay. Well, go to the case board. Footprints emerging from under the rock. He walked through a boulder? That doesn't make any sense.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Reading the words, these words felt like a message, someone playing a game with them. There's more going on here than I'm seeing. I need to examine the body.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
We are absolutely going digging inside of that body. Okay.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Okay. Time to do an autopsy. Time to do a
Whoever wrote that page
a
made sure it
dig.
read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control.
They said the
Deciding
name of
what
the other game.
happens to who.
Hey,
Don't
you made it
let
back.
it drag you in.
Good.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Yeah. Let's get the body back to town so I can just get all up in there.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Deer Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right?
Yeah.
I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Let's go get us a cup of coffee and a slice of
Seems
pie.
like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods.
Holy shit, that
Cute
sounds
lodge we
good
got
like
set up
right
in.
now.
We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe.
Do you think this is a
And why
Nicolas
take
Cage
out his
movie,
heart
man?
just to throw it away.
To stuff in something for us to find.
What are you doing? All right then. Okay. He's old. Don't ask questions. He's just getting the steps in. You know, that's fine. That's okay. gonna give him some extra steps to go towards. We didn't have to go this way. We didn't need to make it this difficult. Did he go around? He went around.
Here we
He's
are.
smart. He outsmarted me.
Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Holy shit, that old car.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
Me too.
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
2 giant thermoses. Walk into a bar. Well,
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
oh, don't mention it. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, dude. Don't do this to me. I think I'm gonna take a quick break